Gordo here, bringing you some Digimon TCG content. So this video is a little bit unorthodox because, hands up, I made a mess. So I'm going to apologise to Synaku for this one. I'll link to their channel during this video. But basically, this is from yesterday's tournament on my server, Gordo's Games. If you are interested in joining, remember tournaments on a Thursday and a Sunday, 7 o'clock UK time. It's free to enter. It's just more of a enjoy the game, learn the game, and obviously just take it from there. So drop me a message if you want to join. I'll leave a link for the Discord in the description as well. And yeah, so this is basically, I recorded this. I had Synaku's all this input as to why the deck is how it is, and my audio on his side was messed up, so he didn't actually catch his audio, and he had mine, so that's on me. So I'm going to just run through this. If I don't do it justice, I apologise. I'm just going to run over the general deck and then some of the text that we spoke about. So as you can see, it's red omni. We'll start with the Digitimers. So it's running 4 of GZ and 1 Yoko. Pretty self-managing. GG's the best red Digitimer going at the moment. And then Yoko just adding to, as you can see, there's a few bits of piercing in it, so it really adds into it. Rookies, he's gone with 4 of the start deck. Agumon, 1000 DP buff, generic. It's still one of the best. So yeah, you have to root for. He's got 4 promo Agumon. Now the reason for this one is because of the Greymon lineup here. So he has opted for the 2k buff Greymon, not the security attack one, and he's running 2 of the level 5 pierced Metal Greymon, which can add back a virus type level 7, so Omni Ultra S, and Blitz Greymon as well. So as you can see, there's a few target spirits to go off, and his logic behind it was the fact of this set is going to have a lot of omnis, there's a lot of 15s, so he doesn't want to be swinging into things recklessly. So this gives him a chance to buff up potentially over that and not die. And he did extra additional security stacks now. It doesn't feel as needed, rather control the board rather than just get more attacks out in one go. As you can see here, if you've got the Greymon and the Agumon underneath, let's say the level 5 Metal Greymon, that's an 11,000 piercer. I'm actually with the GG one, that's 12,000 actually. You know, if you get the ideal setup, that can take out most level 6s. Obviously not all in this set, but most of them still when they're at the 11k markers. That's pretty damn scary. And it's piercing, so it does get a check off as well. And the only thing that's going to die to otherwise is either 12k level 6. If you're unlucky enough for that, you know, some sort of form of removal like Gaia Force or an Omni. So that's a pretty threatening level 5. Going to the rest of the rookies, he runs 3 of Biomon. With this, it is so the line for you. It's your sacrificial points. You want to swing it into it, get a free check, and then get the memory back off of it. You know, you generally don't want to see this living, but if you do, they've got to spend the time to get rid of it next turn. So it puts in its work. And then 3 of Monodramon just for the millers in there. So in all, he's running 14. He's pretty standard number for red. Moving on to level 4s, as I said, got 4 of the Greymon from boost to set 1.0. Gives a 2k buff as an inherent, which is good, and it's also 4 cost to play. So even if you're bricking, 4 cost isn't that bad, which is one of the reasons I might prefer this one over the starter deck one, because that's a 5 cost. Next one, Dark Tyranno, self-explanatory. 1 cost to evolve. You need it in an Omni deck. You're looking to be as efficient as possible. Now, only running 3 Corgemon. Logic for this was the fact that blockers aren't as prominent as they were in the first set. What he told me, just purely because most people aren't playing blockers to stop there to obviously sort out, protect the security. It's usually to protect their big Digimon. So it doesn't feel as relevant as they were previously. But you still got 3 in there because on the occasion you're going to need one to hold up a security attack or to protect your big Digimon. So 3 of, which I think is reasonable to it. You know, you can get away with it now. There are ways around the move on that, and look, the amount of piercing you've got. If they lose anything at all, you can control the board that way, so it makes sense. Sorry. And then we're moving on to level 5s. We are running 4 Lava Goat Covatarimon. Butchered the name, sorry. But yeah, so 4 of that. It's the 2 cost evolve, and it's an 8k. I mean, it's just a great card. Running 3 of Groundramon. See, I was a little bit on the back and forth with that one, but I'm assuming it's just because the 8k buff. Obviously, if you get the Greymon and the Lava, it's 10k. Agumon and Digimon is 12k again, so it's going into the whole control part again, rather than just going straight and quick as you can into the Omni. So it's a 3 Groundsman. Obviously, if you Brit, that's a 5 cost to play, so just usually a nice little turn. Your opponent puts you on 4 for any reason, you play that, you put them on 1. That's an ideal turn, or play that alongside a rookie early on. So yeah, it's a good card. And then we have 2 of the very interesting card here, and really on the Digimon one, the Metal Greymon. Like I said, I'm a fan of this card. I was trying to sort out my red on myself, and to be honest, this is a pretty solid build. It's quite similar to what I had made actually. But yeah, so it has piercing, 7k, and when digivolving, it adds back a level 7 virus type, so it adds back your target of red, so black on me. I call it black on me, I know, because that's what I consider it to be. But yes, really good. And then we move on to level 6s. We've got 4 Phoenixmon, standing up there as quick as possible. 3 Blitz Greymon. This card itself, and you'll see some of the footage, absolutely annihilates some decks. It's just Machine Drum will never see real play in comparison to this card being around, because it's accessible via red and black. Because it strips 2 resources, obviously it's only hitting 1 target, but that 1 target's going down by 2. Your opponent might not have it, I know, because in yesterday's tournament it happened to me. I didn't have the resources to go back up, and it just shut me down. So yeah, it's an amazing card. The 4 cost really doesn't hurt you that much, because how much resource you're taking away from them. Highly likely they're not, unless they've gone wide on you, they've got like a full level 5 set up, they are unlikely to go straight back up into a threat, so it's a good card. The one on Volcanic, I wasn't sure if this was actually a C play this set, because I was toying with the idea myself. It's like, is it worthwhile? Because there's so many of the choices. Because Blitz Greymon's so good, and you know, Phoenix, and it's just, is it really that worthwhile? Because it's still a 10k body. Do you not want bigger threats? But Kirush is still a thing, and sometimes you can have an occasion where if you're you got level 5 down, and let's say you've got the Digimon, Agumon, and the Greymon underneath it, that becomes a 14k Volcanic, which is only going to die to a Ragnar or Omni. So it's pretty scary, and obviously that's the 2 security checks, so it can occasions. If not, you have got, because I mean I did it the other day with my Omni person swarming rookies, because that's all they had. They had 4 rookies out. I dropped it without question, because they little resources, and I'd gained a big body. Even if they get rid of the Volcanic, it's done what it needed to do. So yeah, odd. Not sure you'll see as much play this one. I don't think it'll be a one on tech in every other deck. I don't see. Oh, it's fine. I go to a PvP tournament and then I find out otherwise that it's everywhere. But we shall see come 28th, I think. But I'll find the details out for that. Moving on to the level 7s, 3 and 2 split. I wasn't sure about how clunky level 7s were going to be with this one, because how many are accessible for this deck. Because I originally played 2-2 myself, but after just seeing this deck play and after seeing how good Ultra S is, I think 3-2 is the right number. Right, you can add it back with Metal Greymon. I think it really adds consistency to deck, but Ultra S, its board presence alone is tough to deal with, and obviously you've got the other one in case they go tall, and I know you've got a singular one out, but 9 times out of 10 Ultra S is going to come down and do enough work. I mean, you digivolve them down by 1 and killing off any of the 5k or less things. It's unrecoverable in some stages. You know, there's very little you can do. If that board wipes you, there's no way you come back in a red Omni game. And, well, I say that, I'd love to see it happen, so if it does happen, hit me up just so I can watch the video, because I'm intrigued. But yeah, so 3-2 split, and then the last few things are more of a flex spot. What you said was 2 Gaia forts, obviously, not 4 like so I was looking to myself, it's like, there's not enough space just to guarantee 4 cards for Gaia forts. with everything that's going on in Red Omni now, or most decks, because it's an amazing card, yeah, but you want to see your Digimon, and you don't want to keep seeing Gaia Force in hand. So I quite like the 2-of, and it's really there for the Imperial matchup. If they've got Jamming, your only out to it is a Gaia Force. So if they just keep hitting the Omnis and stuff, you're not really getting any value out. You can't stop their attacks. So yeah, it's a problem. And then it was a 1-of tie. I think this is more for the mirrors, so you're not getting memory choked as much. I think it was just in there, just splash out for that. And if you get it down, you set to 3, you can speed up your turns quite a bit on Red Omni's side if you got all the right draws. So yeah, so that's the deck. Congrats to Synaku yesterday, taking top spot. So the lineup, we've got 14 rookies, we've got 11 level 4s, 9 level 5s, 8 level 6s, and then 5 level 7s, 2 options, and a tamer. So yeah, all around solid build. Magic did a lot of work. It was a very smooth deck to run. I absolutely punished my Black Ragnar deck. I now have to go away and tweak that to see if I can actually make it possible to deal with something like this, but we'll see. So yeah, that's the I will upload this details on it, and I will also have the content to follow up with this from some of the games from the tournament. So keep an eye out for that. So thanks for tuning in to Gordo's Games. Gordo here.